Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Alex. Huge thanks to Alex and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Alex reached out asking for a Send Triplets deck, and asked for it to be as evil as possible, and I was more than happy to oblige. But before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Send Triplets is a 5-mana 3/3 legendary artifact human wizard. At the beginning of our upkeep, we choose an opponent. This turn, that player can't cast spells or activate abilities, and they play with their hands revealed. We may play lands and cast spells from that player's hand this turn.
Pet mother knows this.
Let me play that for you. Trust me, you should just let me take over. Now, one of the things players can do to counter a Send Triplets deck is to ensure their hands are empty. But that's no fun at all, so we'll just have to do something about that. We'll also want ways to protect our commander. But protection and card advantage aren't the only things we want in a commander deck, are they? What else do we need? 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. As I'm sure you've heard by now, this channel is sponsored by Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is made famous by their boulders, solid, reliable, and affordable deck boxes. Boulders are now available in solid colors like this beautiful red one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries the new Ultimate Guard solid color boulders, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. One more thing before we get started. I've been streaming Final Fantasy XIV over on my other channel, Musings by Danon, every weekday in the afternoons. If you want to pop in and ask some questions, chat about Commander, or just hang out, you're more than welcome to. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Flooded Strand, Polluted Delta, Marsh Flats, Arid Mesa, Scalding Tarn, Verdant Catacombs, Rafine's Tower, Hallowed Fountain, Watery Grave, Godless Shrine, Sea of Clouds, Morphic Pool, Vault of Champions, Deserted Beach, Shipwreck Marsh, Shattered Sanctum, Glacial Fortress, Drowned Catacomb, Isolated Chapel, Idyllic Beachfront, Contaminated Aquifer, Sunlit Marsh, Bajuka Bog, 3 Plains, 3 Islands, and 3 swamps make up the land base for this deck. Smothering Tithe, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Progress, Talisman of Dominance, Talisman of Hierarchy, Azorius Signet, Dimir Signet, Orzhov Signet, Mindstone, Felwar Stone, Chromatic Lantern, Decanter of Endless Water, Wayfarer's Bauble, Worn Power Stone, and Thrawn Dynamo make up our mana ramp package. Vampiric Tutor, Demonic Tutor, Enlightened Tutor, Mystical Tutor, Rhystic Study, Echo of Eons, Day's Undoing, Emergency Powers, Game Plan, Time Reversal, Wheel and Deal, Flux, Howling Mine, Kami of the Crescent Moon, Dictate of Crufix, Well of Ideas, and Agent of Treachery help us to dig through our deck and find answers, and to keep our opponent's hands full so that we have cards that we can play. Commit Memory, Counterspell, Swords to Plowshares, Dovin's Veto, Negate, Imprisoned in the Moon, Disenchant, Feed the Swarm, Void Rend, Generous Gift, Arcane Denial, Teferi's Protection, Anguished Unmaking, Fracture, and Narset's Reversal help us to keep our opponents in line. Cyclonic Rift, Farewell, and damn, let us reset the board as needed. Opposition Agent, Ghostly Prison, Propaganda, Drana and Linvala, Draneth Magistrate, and Lavinia Azorius Renegade all help to slow the game down and make sure that we're in control. Court of Lochthwain, Virtue of Persistence, Shieldred Whispering One, Telepathy, Tasha the Witch Queen, Paradox Haze, Elder Brain, and Spark Double make up the core of our deck and how we plan on winning. Now that we have our deck list, we should compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 34 lands and 16 pieces of ramp, right on target. 17 pieces of card advantage, high, but that's the point of this deck. 15 pieces of interaction, 3 board wipes, 7 pieces of graveyard hate, 2 sudden I win cards in Spark Double and Paradox Haze. With either of these cards paired with Send Triplets, we control 2 out of our 3 opponents. With both, we control all 3. So all we have to do is cast a wheel, fill their hands, and then play whatever we want to play. Now, our opponents could just tap out every turn and not leave us any mana, but that's not always possible. And if they do, we'll just blow up their stuff with our spot removal or return it to their hands with a Cyclonic Rift. Now, we could have gone pure evil and added a bunch of turn spells, but I decided that would have been taking it a bit too far. Esper is evil enough already. We do want our opponents to play more than one game with us. Do you have a Send Triplets deck? What secret deck tech did you add? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Damon. One of the tiers is specifically set up for Commander. For only $25, I will build you a custom Commander deck based around your specifications, and even do a deck video on it. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Alex, Daniel, Steve, Kevin, Alex, Cookie, Borgie, Jake, Exiled Rogue, Manassas, Nazwin, Kyo, and Oolong. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos often, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Also, if you're a fan of anime and manga like I am, feel free to check out my other channel, Musings by Danon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.